Hi, Chrissy here, and I'm going to walk you through my experience with day 2 of Secrets of Azeroth. So first off, I had apparently picked up the quest yesterday and did not realize it because it wasn't working. So if you've already talked to Bobby Carlisle about a quest yesterday, then you will need to check your bags for the notes from him. I hopped on my alt and found out that it was today's quest because my alt was able to pick it up since I had not completed it yet. When you right-click the notes, it gives you a list of different people to talk to and get items for the thinking cap. The first person is engineer trainer. Now, you don't have to actually go talk to these people ahead of time, but I didn't realize that when I went over to talk to him. And he won't tell you anything because he wants something. So you need to go back to where the notes say it. If you keep reading it, it'll tell you what he likes, right? So you go back into the inn, and there's the cook in the back that can make the Thunderspine nest dish. And she doesn't have the ingredients. So now she's going to give you an ingredients list to be able to go get the ingredients. So you look at this list and it tells you the different items that are needed. And there are 3 items that are needed. There is the Apexis Asiago in Valdrakken, Thunderspine Tenders in Onoran Plains, and Latticed Stinkhorn in the Loam down in the caverns. So you're going to go and get those 3 items from the different places. Now, the first one is a dragon who is underneath. You can't see the name very well. So it's a big dragon right there. And the second one is going to be in Onoran Plains, but this is tricky because if you look this up online, it shows you a different location, and here is the real location. And it's hard to see on the map if you have add-ons and stuff. Go to the butcher. You got that. Then you're going to go down in the caverns, and you're going to go south of the town where you're going to find the vendor in that area. And he's not easy to find. I had to do a slash target to be able to find him. And then you can get your last item there. Then after this, you go back to Valdrakken and you give the ingredients to the cook. And she will make it for you to be able to give to the engineer. Now, this is all just part of the first part of the 3 things that you need for the thinking cap. So there's a lot to this part. Now you give it to the engineer, and he gives you the first part of the thinking cap. And now you're going to take this part. You can't do anything with this part yet until you get the other parts they combine together. So the second one, if you look at your notes, it will tell you to go get the fish for the griffin because he likes fish. And it's actually in the cascade waters right below it. So you just go down, and you don't fish it up, though. You're going to just kill the piranha that are down there. And you only need 1. You can only get 1. Once you kill them, you can only loot 1. And then you're going to take it back up to the assistant, which is the griffin. So you're going to give that to him, and you're going to get the next item. And you still can't do anything with it yet because you need that last item. And that they talk about paying off Shaky's debt, which is in a secret place in the back of the inn. You have to bow to the odd statue, and you'll go into the secret bar. And then you just go back to the bartender, you pay the tab, which was really high, and I cannot believe he got away with that. So you can read this a little bit and see that he's not welcome, and so that's why you have to pay the tab so he can come back. But it's a lot of gold. Well, I guess it depends on how much the drinks cost, but... So you pay the tab, you turn around, and you can run back out, and when you get back over to the door, I was looking for something to click, but it just takes you right back out. Just right there. Now you're going to go back and you can talk to Shaky, Jewel Crafter supply person, and they'll give you the 3rd piece to the thinking cap. Now, I should have automatically just put it together here, but I didn't. I read the note and it said it was by the barber. So I started to fly over to the barber, found out that when you right click and put it together that it gives you the question mark to turn it in. So go ahead and make it as soon as you have the items. That way you can get the quest, accept it, and be able to figure out where to turn it in at. Which is to the left of the barber. Right inside this building. And then it took me another minute to realize that they gave me a toy. So this item that they gave you is a toy, and you're obviously want to learn your toy, but after you learn the toy, and I'll show it off here for a second so that you can see what it looks like. It's kind of cool looking. But what didn't show up for me right away is that there's a quest. And so this is the second part, well, next part of this. They have a quest right behind you if you've stayed there. And it goes on to more clues. So you're going to have to read the arrow above the quest giver right here, and it's going to tell you where to go next. And I've sped this up so it goes a little bit faster, but I wanted you to see the entire path because sometimes these are hard to see and they don't always load all the way. So this one's over, actually I skipped this one, but this is over where the whelps are, whelplings. And then after this one, you're going to go over, back over to, just right over into this artisan's area. And right here, real easy to find, if it shows up for you, is the next arrow. And that one tells you where to go next. And you can follow these all the way to the last arrow, which is a little bit confusing. You'll see here in a minute where it's at. This one didn't show up for me. I actually scrolled around a bit and then I went in and back out and it finally showed back up. So it might take a minute. You might have to sit there and let it load. Then you run back over here by the alchemist. And then I believe the next one's up on top of the auctioneer's building. You've probably seen these around when you're out. I've found them before. I always wondered what they were for. Now I know. This one's over by the blacksmith. And you can read it. It tells you which way to go. I actually went to the top of here before I realized it was at the bottom, which you should have guessed on the bottom, but it's on the bottom. And then you run back out. Now this is the last one and it's kind of confusing. You're going to go out and you're going to go up here to where the water is, and right tucked around the corner is where is the last one. And then you pick up this and then you have to still turn in this quest in order for it to count towards the achievement. So you're going to go back to the quest giver that originally gave it to you and turn it back in there and it'll count for your quest. So that is day 2 and I should be back tomorrow for day 3. So come back again, subscribe if you'd like to see updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the game.